guys, and welcome back to episode 1.5 of RimWorld. Now, straight away, you might be wondering, 1.5? That's a little odd. Why is it 1.5? Well, I'm a genius, as you all know. I am really up there with the most intellectual minds of this modern age, in my opinion, and I forgot to save it. So, yeah, I'm pretty clever. So, we are going to start again, but in a way that's good because I have learned so much new stuff now in comparison to what it was like in the first episode. I've been playing a lot of RimWorld, and I feel a lot more confident in us being able to make this as a really long Let's Play, because I feel like our chances of dying now is going to be a lot shorter. I found out what the big dangers are. So, we're going to do New Colony, we're going to stick with Crashland, we are going to stick with Cassandra Classic on some challenge. We are going to pick a random seed, because the seed doesn't necessarily matter. And we are going to pick a place for our three Crash-Landed survivors to live. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump cut, picking my survivors and the stats for my survivors, because you guys don't want, 10 minutes of me just scrolling through survivors saying no, 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 no. So we will definitely go ahead and do that, 'cause I think it'll save time. Plus, I'm looking to make these episodes no longer than 30 minutes. I do want to stick to that if I can. So, that is not a bad start, to be honest. 31 degrees in the summer is a bit strong, but there is places nearby that we can definitely use. 31, granite, limestone, and slate. I think this actually isn't too bad. There's enough bandit danger here, and there's also the opportunity to trade with another group over here. So, average temperature 18. We'll take that. Alright, so, as I just said, I'm going to jump cut it here, and I'm going to show you guys our three finished survivors. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, and we are back. I have picked my three people, so I'm going to quickly go through them. Our first character is a person called Old Dawn. I can't believe how good she actually is. For a start, she has a melee level of 20. That's the highest level you can get in the game. She's got that as a base stat. Like, that is... I've never had somebody with 20 in a single stat, so I can only guess how good she is. Also, she's decent at social, she's good at animals, she's decent at artistic, but she does have a passion for it, so she will grow in that a lot very quickly if we want to make statues for trading and stuff like that. Now, the negative being, she is 82. However, and the reason why she is such a good find, she has no health issues, like, at all. She's got an old gunshot to the head, which gives her a plus 1% pain, but apart from that, there's nothing wrong with her, and that is unheard of for someone of that age, right, especially in this game. So, she's just an absolute steal, so I had to take her. Our second character is Zero. Again, bite scar on the left leg. No pain penalties or anything like that, just a little bit of HP off the left leg. Research is 13, obviously research is very pivotal in this game to continue along that tech tree and become better and better and make improvements as you see them. So I think he was just a really good pick. Crafting also 14. I assume that crafting is basically when you make weapons and when you make tools, and I think the higher the level, the less resources they use. I think, I could be mistaken, but either way, if that's the case, we're going to be saving so many resources with having a guy with such a high skill rate. And last but not least, we have Goldie. Goldie is kind of average all around. She has a decent growing skill, she's going to be good for the farm, which is pretty much what we need to grow. At least 3 different types of crops, I've learned that, so we'll probably start off with like potato, rice, strawberries, something like that. Construction skills fine, but most importantly, she has an animals level of 15. Now, like I said, 20 is the highest you can get, and animals, depending on what animals you manage to tame, are worth an absolute fortune. It very much depends on the animal, but that just seems as a really good asset. Even if we tame them, don't sell them, but maybe train them to defend, train them to haul items that they see, and do stuff like that. It's going to save us so much time. So honestly, I think this is a great free to start off with. So we are going to load up and make our first steps. So I think what we first need to do is, and I will pause it as soon as the map is generated, the first thing we need to do is we need to get a small square base figured out, and once that has happened, we're going to put 3 beds in it, torch, simple room. After we've done that, we need to decide what kind of resource we're going to use as our main building blocks. Now, I found out that this area here has a lot of limestone, which is great, because one of the biggest things I've died from in RimWorld is fires. lightning storms, people using incinerators, flamethrowers, stuff like that. A little fire can go out of control so quickly, so I like to build the base itself in a resource that has a 0 flammability rating, which limestone does. So, before we even get into that, let's go ahead and do the basics. Now, I'm going to look around, see if there's anywhere where I can get some free buildings built. I think this area is pretty decent as a start, so we'll go ahead and take that. I'll drop down 2 stockpiles. 1 for just everything in general. And 1 just for corpses, for when we want to cook and stuff like that. Now, what's this made out of? That's made out of slate, and that's sandstone. What's the flammability on sandstone? That's 0% too. However, limestone does have a higher max hit points, so... Is that actually limestone? Yeah, that is. So I am hoping to make a limestone like wall all around. That way, if we do get raided, we can make it like a choke point. So we'll force them to do that. So, you guys want to go ahead. 0 is vomiting. It's unfortunate. We want you guys to go ahead and take all this stuff over to the little gathering zone. Is Dawn allowed to haul? Yeah, even at age 82 she can still haul. She's so good. Like, I've never had a starting character with such high stats. So basically when I click forbid, it basically means that I'm allowed to touch it, I'm allowed to move it about, and stuff like that. So all this stuff like steel, all this wood, it's all freebies really that we can take straight to the zone to get used. Now, the only melee item we have is the plasteel knife, but obviously, of course, we'll give Dawn that. Goldie can take the rifle, and 0 can take the gun. He can't take the gun. I mean, he can, but he's going to be atrocious. Like, it's not going to have any use. But I think it might increase his happiness if we just give him it anyway, so I think we will go ahead and do that. So, first things first, I will build some beds. 1, 2, and 3. Stick a torch down, and I want to build, first things first, a stonecutter's table, because I want to start building limestone as quickly as I can. So I need to haul some limestone. Is any nearby? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. And then once we've started doing that, we can turn this into like a freezer room. We can start making grow areas, and we'll have our first bit of our base figured out. Hopefully by the end of this recording, so we'll see what happens. See what's still... oh, he's cutting oak trees. Did I tell you to cut that down? Apparently I did. Fair enough. See, what's that there? Timberwolf? I wonder if I can tame that. It's worth considering. So they'll start hauling all of that over here. Goldie's already built the stonecutter's table. I want you to do... Oops, no, not granite. I want you to do limestone blocks as quickly as possible. Just do forever until I tell you to do something else. Now, as far as food, I'm not going to bother with food too much at the moment, because we can just use the raspberry bushes and all the bushes that are around here. I think there is a slightly higher chance that you can become ill from these bushes, but it's the early game, we have plenty of medicine. I don't think it's that much of a worry that we can't take that risk. Now, I also want to train Kryptonite, our female Labrador. I'm probably going to train her to rescue. Actually, is it a bit early for rescue? Maybe release. We'll see. We'll see how time goes. Goldie has a really good level for animals, so I assume she'll be able to do it pretty quickly in training the animals here. Alright, so he started off with that. Old Dawn is carrying resources over to the stockpile, and now I can consider, once the limestone is starting to be generated, we can start making some kind of defence. So I'm going to use this little bit here as a way to save resources, and I'm basically just going to go scoop, 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 and scoop. Now this seems a bit overkill. It seems like it's going to take so many resources to do that, but I feel like in the later game it is going to be worth it. I'm going to make that a little bit wider. So, they can crack on with doing that. There's plenty of limestone around nearby, so that's not really a problem. Dawn is currently stargazing. I am going to give you guys some specific jobs for you to do. Goldie, you are a 1 for handling. Taylor on 0. Sniffing. Crafting. Wow, 0 has a lot of decent stats, actually. Right, we are definitely number 1 for researching. Crafting gets a higher priority. Tailoring, I'm not particularly asked about. I'll probably just specifically ask him to do tailoring if I need it. Smithing, I'll put that down to 2 as well, I think. Old Dawn, now she has 20 in melee, but there isn't really anything for melee, so I just need to pick abilities that she's quite strong in. Art, I'm not that concerned about. Animals, no. I'll stick that at 2, but obviously Goldie will be the first priority for animals. Growing, 7. Warden, since Old Dawn's the only person who can actually do wardening, she can go ahead and do that. Now, who's got a decent plant cutting skill? None of them. Well, plant cutting's pretty basic, so I'm going to expect you to do that anyway, Dawn. And I'm reasonably happy with that. Priorities. 0 filled while construction line. That's fine. Alright, so that's the first night over. So, we need to get this wall built, and then after that, we need to consider making... we need to start getting some power-ups. I'm probably going to use solar panels, so if I make a refrigeration area right here, I'll then put solar panels down this side here, make a little fridge here, and then we'll have plenty of food coming in. And then I want to get Goldie as quickly as I can, taming some of these animals. Is that an ostrich? Yeah. Because I feel like that's going to be easy money. Ooh. Survival meals. I'll take those. It's little things like that. Always scour the area for little bits of freebies to learn about. There's a ship chunk there. I kind of want to deconstruct that first chance I get. Ship chunks have chances of finding kind of just useful materials like steel. See, there's a lot of steel there. That's pretty good. Let's have a look. Just look and see if there's anything else hanging about. Some more packaged meals down here. There's a couple of ibexes down here. If I can tame a load of ibexes and maybe put them in our base, and then we'll have like a constant area of food. Cody fill while constructing, that's fine. It happens. Limestone isn't a particularly strong resource, so I'm not that concerned about wasting resources there, because it's everywhere, right? Like, wherever you look, there's limestone. I also like that this little area here is steel, which is a very key mining resource, so I love the fact that it's like directly in our base. And by the looks of it, nearly all of this is going to be steel, so that's pretty good. We do have loads of steel because we just found a load there, so I'm not that in a rush to mine this, but it's definitely something that we will do eventually. Right, I need to start giving you guys weapons too before I forget. Alright, hold on, get the knife. Goldie, I said I was going to give you the survival hunt, the survival rifle, and 0, you take the pistol, even though you don't know what to do with it. 0 is very much going to be a run back into your base and hide type of survivor. Goldie can fight, she's semi-competent, but Old Dawn is godlike at melee. I don't know what that means, because naturally, if she calls up against someone with a gun, does she just instantly lose that fight, or is it because she's so good with melee? Does she cause them to flee? Does she cause them... Can she throw the weapon? Like, it's little things like this that I want to know. Alright, so we're making a good start on getting this wall built. Now, we should be getting a trade caravan either tomorrow or perhaps the day after, but we don't really have anything to trade at the moment. Limestone, common resources like that ain't really tradable. We could trade the medicine, but medicine is a very valuable commodity, and I don't think it's something that you tend to want to trade unless you are able to make it or you have like a vast quantity of it. Need defences, I'm working that. I'm working on that, so that's fine. Security, right, we will do that. Because we've got this choke point here, I'm going to put a deadfall trap there, and also there, and we're also going to make some sandbags just here. That way we can have Goldie shooting from behind this wall here, and Old Dawn will be sitting just here out of sight. So then once a raider does come into this area, getting shot from that end, Old Dawn turns up and just ninjas them. Whatever Old Dawn does, just 20 melee. I'm very eager to see. Alright, so this side's pretty much done. And then we can start building a refrigeration area in places. Zero, what are you doing? You're cloud watching. Okay, fair enough. Now, I'm probably going to leave this here. Is it 0% for slate? Yeah. Yeah, so do you know what? I'm not going to bother deconstructing this. I will make separate bedrooms, though. Something I found out after playing RimWorld for a little while is I found out that if they have one shared bedroom, it does increase their unhappiness. If I go to Goldie now and I go to Needs, it'll say there, shared bedroom -5, disturbed sleep -6. This is all because of them not being in the same, them not being in separate rooms. Which is something I can easily build, it's not a big deal, but it's something to keep in mind. In fact, I might just do that now. Do that now? Yeah. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and make 4, just because I want one room. Actually, I was going to say I want one room to be a medical area, but I don't, because I want more than one bed to be able to fit in there, right? So I'm just going to make 4 for now, because I think eventually another wanderer is going to join. I think that's worth doing now. Our first visitors arrived. Giggles. Okay. Don't think I want to be buying anything from a bloke called Giggles, but that's fine. Especially food. That seems a bit sus. Right, who's good at social? Is it Dawn? 8, 0. Yeah, everyone's anti-social except Dawn. Fair enough. Okay, Dawn can do the trading. We do get a bit of starting money, so you might have a couple of things that may be interesting here. Where's Dawn? If you want to go and trade there. Goldie and Zero can carry on with building this wall. Now, these don't work on traders or like anyone friendly. It's only when they become... oh my god, he's got an assault rifle. Should I buy Goldie the assault rifle? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? We'll take it. Okay. Oh, there you go. I thought Dawn just picked it up and she's like, okay, that's mine. Alright, so I need to go to gear. I need to drop the survival rifle, pick up the assault rifle, and that can go back to the stockpile. Alright, Giggles is going to stick around for a while, but I think we're pretty much done with her now. The only thing we can really do with her now is sell her our medicine, but naturally we're not going to do that, so that's okay. Zero, are you not going to sleep? Apparently you're fine for sleep. You must have just woke up. Oh, no. There we go. Depressive? Natural penalty from depressive. Oh, okay. Oh, is that what he is? Oh, that's one of his negatives, and he's a depressive. Okay, well, you know, that's fine. We all feel down sometimes, right? Visitors, sorry, Giggles is leaving. Okay, Zero thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? I am going to call our faction... okay, I'm going to call our faction the Limestone Cowboys. Because I'm 65 and I'm thinking about the song, what's it called? Like a rhinestone cowboy, dun dun, like a... I don't know what I'm talking about, alright? I just make videos, alright? You guys can judge me as much as you like. Zero thinks you should give your community a name. Okay, we will call this community... YouTube Wed. Okay, so there we go. We now have the Limestone Cowboys is the name of our group. And I'm going to end that part here. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this in the recording. Because I will forget. Limestone Cowboys. Save. Okay? Good. Right, I think that was a very good start. We've got most of the wall built. We've made an excellent start as far as resources. We have tons of steel. So much steel. Wood is going to be easy to come by. I think in the next episode we'll get glowing spots ready. And basically, we will survive and thrive. So thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know what you guys want me to do. Let me know if you want... what you'd want any following wanderers, what you'd want them to be called. I can change the names, I know how to do that. So if you guys want to give me your names... maybe, if you guys want to be in this, let me know and I'll add you guys. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.